right, we are live.
Yay.
Yay. Let me join, please.
Ceiling.
Julie, Izzy Nelson says hi. Do you see that?
No, I didn't see anything yet.
Sadie.
Got a
Oh,
special.
now I see. Okay. We clicked the comment side on the sidebar. Okay.
I see it now.
Hi,
Hi,
Joanne.
everyone.
Hello.
All right. We are going to get started here. Welcome to the third Special Olympics Virginia Town Hall Talk. We are excited to welcome you all tonight. As an introduction for the town halls, for those that have never joined, they are for athletes, parents, and caregivers of Special Olympics Virginia. Town halls were developed in really an answer to the question, how can Special Olympics invite more conversation about topics of interest within its community? So tonight, we invite you in as we explore a very fun theme of healthy holiday eating and ways that we can maybe keep ourselves from sugar crashes and prepare and be proactive about our health during the holiday season while also enjoying some balance. So we have some wonderful special guests tonight. We are joined by Catherine Byrne, who's a teacher in Northern Virginia and a meal prep expert. And I will kick it over to her in a minute and let her introduce herself and get started on tonight's presentation and conversation. But also we are joined by Betsy and Julie Tui, and Julie is a global messenger with Special Olympics Virginia, and her background is perfect for tonight and for this topic of healthy eating. She is a current program assistant at the Ability Center of Virginia and volunteers at her local library, and is also currently rehearsing as part of the ensemble cast in a local theater group that will be presenting Peter Pan, the British version, early next year. So we thank Julie for, amidst her busy schedule, to join us tonight. She is in the joins the Virginia Beach Zoom weekly workouts twice a week, and has also supported Special Olympics in other health and nutrition content and educational videos. And so she definitely knows her stuff and is going to be providing some great insight for us tonight as well. So we are very eager for all of these guests. And now I will turn it over to Catherine and let her get started. I'll also say that please comment and we can see what you guys share. We encourage questions and any insights or tips that you guys want to share, and we can include those all throughout the stream. This is an interactive time, and Catherine, you guys will learn, is super high energy and fun, so she has lots of great things to share, and she will want to hear what you have to say. So we encourage participation and are just really excited. So Catherine, let's kick it over to you.
Hi, everyone. My name's Catherine. I am a fifth grade teacher in Manassas, Virginia. And on my side job, I accidentally built a 1.3 million following account showing my meal preps that I take to work every week. On TikTok, I post my videos, and I do have a website that offers all of the free recipes and all of the free shopping lists and macro breakdowns. What I also do in my side time is coach whoever needs help with learning how to balance their meals during stressful times and learn how to eat proper meals and build a proper meal. So it's been a fun journey, and it's definitely been exciting.
What is your, I don't know the terminology. How do you find it on TikTok?
Oh yes, my name. My name on TikTok is actually Bariatric Queen. One piece I am probably missing from my intro is I did struggle with obesity and I did struggle with overeating. So I did go through the process of bariatric surgery. But from that, I did have to reteach myself how to eat, which is how I've been able to start providing my knowledge with areas I've learned in. So, but yes, Bariatric Queen is where you can find me. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. And then my website is bariatricqueen.com. So
I just pop that in there, but I can go back to the beginning whenever you're ready.
I appreciate it. So, but yeah, so during the holidays, it can be extremely stressful. And what I did provide and put together for this episode is how to manage our holiday eating. And Julie, I know during the holidays, it can be so super stressful. And we have a lot of events, we have a lot of parties to attend, a lot of cookies to eat. And I just wanted to know what do you like to do to help balance out your snacks, your cookies, and your healthy eating?
Oh, well, I always have like a little method, like, with the fist. If you for your, if you cut it in half, it's like how you make the plate. A little bit of protein on one side.
Yeah.
Bunch of veggies on one, some fruit on the other, and just a tiny bit of starch, not a lot.
That's perfect. I love that. And I love how you use your fist. Is that how you measure out the sizes of your plate?
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. They actually recommend using your fist as your portion size. That's really great. I love that. Julie, when you're done eating, do you like to have cookies or holiday cakes or anything after?
We are big. I'm a big dessert fan, so I only have like a little bit, because just a little something later, like at evening, nighttime. But it doesn't hurt to have a tiny bit. But you have to be careful though.
Right, you do have to be careful. Yeah, I know if I eat too much sugar, I crave more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, and then if we could bring the slide back, sorry. There we go. On the next page of this slide, what I have is really healthy tips to kind of help balance the holiday eating. And Julie, one of the things I wanted to know if you did is on Thanksgiving or Christmas, have you ever felt the need to skip a meal because you know you were going to be so hungry and eat a lot at Thanksgiving? Or do you like to eat your meals and then go and eat Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, we don't really skip.
Normally like to skip meals because
But when we eat a big Thanksgiving dinner, I think we try, say, the next day to be thoughtful about what we eat because we just splurged the day before.
Right. Yes, mindful eating is very, very helpful. And part of my 5 tips to a balanced holiday eating is making sure that on your big Christmas holiday or your big holiday that you do celebrate, you are still eating those 2 healthy meals a day, which does help balance out your blood sugars and it does help balance out your cravings. If we save all of our foods for just our big holiday meal, it's going to end up having us overeat. And then we're going to get hungrier. Then we're going to feel sick and full. And then we're going to start those cravings all over again and go eat more. And to kind of help balance out that cycle, it's always important to make sure we still stay in our routine of eating our meals at our regular times. And, that brings to number 2, to make sure we don't skip any meals in between waiting for our bigger holiday meals. Sometimes families celebrate holidays for lunch and then they go home stuffed for dinner and they skip dinner. But making sure that we still have a smaller dinner or a smaller snack will actually help you the next day. It'll still help you with your energy following, to keep you upbeat and not feel sluggish. And then another good tip is to, make sure you drink plenty of water throughout the day, before the holiday and after the holiday, even during the holiday. Julie, do you like to drink a lot of water?
I do drink water. Yes.
Yeah.
I do drink plenty of plain water, and sometimes in my lunches I would take like a flavored water or something.
Oh, flavored waters are perfect. That's a great way to really get hydration back into your daily habits. That's very, very good. Do you like to flavor it with anything?
Well, they're just like waters.
Sparkling,
They're like
usually.
sparkling waters.
Okay, what's your favorite flavor?
I kind of like them all. They're pretty much they have like really good flavors I really enjoy.
What'd you have today?
Today I had cranberry lime water.
Oh, that must taste good. I'm gonna have to try that one, cranberry lime. I don't think I've tried that one yet. But that sounds good. I love it. The fourth tip, moving on to the fourth tip for my holiday eating, is during the week up to your holidays and even after your holidays, you do want to make sure you balance out your meals. One thing I like to do is I like to always follow an 80-20 rule, which means 80% healthy, 20% junky. In this way, it allows you to not feel like, oh, I need to eat all of my cookies right now because my holiday doesn't come for a full another year. And so I need to eat everything now. And then what happens is we end up feeling sick the next day. And sometimes even 2 days later, we feel sick and bloated and crabby. But if we balance out our year and if we balance out our week, where we allow some of our junk food to come in, not just on our holidays, it actually avoids that overeating of the junk foods on the day that you are celebrating. And it really does become a nice method because then during the year, you don't feel like you're deprived of your favorite snack or your favorite treat. So it's very important to make sure not only you balance out your day and your week, but also balance out your year. And then the fifth holiday tip that I like to always share is, Julie, I'm sure you have a fun time with this, but enjoy your time with your family. So many of us get stressed out around the holidays. And we tend to put our stress on, I can't eat this, I'm going to gain weight, or I can't eat this, I'm going to feel bloated. But if we practice tip number 4, where we're balancing our meals and we're balancing our weeks and our, yearly habits, come time for your holiday, we don't have to worry about our stress and we can just focus on our time with our family. And so, Julie, I don't know if you have any tips to share, but do you do anything in particular with how you like to balance your weeks or your days, knowing that you have a big eating event?
If you're eating out, you should use the 1-2 punch. Like you eat half and you take the other half home for the next day.
Oh, I love that idea.
Because you'll enjoy the first half and then enjoy it again the next day.
Enjoy it again.
Yeah, I love that. And, you get 2 days of your favorite meal.
I like the name 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
We have a tip and a question in the comments. Jack had shared earlier in when we first started, just when eating less sugar to try and have more fruits and raw vegetables. But I also feel like that's a really cool tie-in to your idea of balance and also enjoyment, that, it's good to not eat a ton of sugar, but it's also you can incorporate natural sugars through fruit, or have some desserts, because that's really hard to avoid over the holidays. And as Jack put, just try to eat a little bit less or be more balanced about it, and include some of those other healthy things like vegetables.
Right. And that's all part of that 80-20 rule, the 80% healthy and 20% junky. And with that 80% piece, the bigger piece of the eating healthy, it is very important to make sure you get your fruits, your vegetables, to help stabilize your blood sugars all throughout the day. And this way, when you do go eat your junk foods, you're not craving multiple helpings.
Yeah, when you're eating like cranberry sauce, you have to be careful with that stuff, because there's also a little bit of sugar in that.
Yeah.
But if you just take like a tiny bit and not take like a big heaping spoonful, then that's okay.
Right.
Julia, I don't want you to see my plate last Thursday, because that's my favorite thing, and I just covered my plate with cranberry sauce. So that maybe wasn't the most balanced choice that I made during my Thanksgiving. But it's also a fruit. What did you say?
That day doesn't count, Thanksgiving.
That's right. It doesn't.
And then we have a question. I think this was in relation to your tip 3 about water. I think that's the drinking water. So Emily is curious to know if you do any like flavored waters or anything like that, and any brands you guys like.
Julie, you want to share your favorite brand of your flavored water you drink?
I mostly drink like pure aqua or LaCroix, or
What's that one? Polar or something.
Polar waters.
Yeah, Polar is very good.
They already have the flavor in the water, so it's not like adding anything in it, because you can actually taste the flavor mixed in with the water.
Yes, yeah, and those are very good too, and they do help you get hydrated. And what I like to do is I like to cut up fresh lemon in mine, and in the wintertime I also cut up fresh oranges, and I do a combo of orange and lemon, and it reminds me of the tropics. So when it gets colder, I just drink fresh orange and fresh lemon, and it gives me a little bit of summer in my glass of water. But I think the most important piece is, putting electrolytes in your water, or eating or drinking flavored water, or adding your own fruit. The biggest takeaway that I really like to share with some people who I coach is, we just want to make sure we are hydrating, and that we are not hydrating with sodas, and we are not hydrating with coffee, or, we're not hydrating with juices. But if flavored water through either an already flavored style or adding your own fruit helps you hydrate more, then I think it's just the best way to go. Especially my sister's a Polar fan, and every year for Christmas I get her 3 big cases, and I put a bow on it, and she's stocked now for January. She loves it.
I'm curious from Emily what the electrolytes would actually do. Adding electrolytes, if she does that.
Add power, I think.
Yeah, if Emily would like to explain electrolytes, if she would like to type it in the comments, she can. If not, I can explain it as well. But I do want to give her the opportunity to chime in with her response.
Yeah. We'll give it. I'll share another comment, just a tip that someone else provided, and if Emily chimes in, then I'll go to that next.
Yeah, is the highlighted one, right? Oh yes, the one on the screen. And it says, I like to start with an appetizer snack of veggies or fruit, so I can fill up with a smaller plate of my favorite holiday treats. I love that. That's such a great idea. That's definitely part of that balance. And, I absolutely love appetizers. I am an appetizer queen. Majority of my lunches are appetizer style. And if eating appetizers helps you not, overeat with all of your holiday favorites, but getting little bits, that's a great way to balance your eating and balance out your day. I
would say the same thing. Be careful on how much holiday treats you eat in a day, because it would be a lot.
Right. And that's where too, Julie, one thing I really like to do is give myself set times for a treat. I don't like to use treats as a reward for getting something done, but I like to use treats as it's 2:00. Let me just go enjoy just this little treat here. And then after dinner, I'll maybe have like a bigger one. And then, the next day again, I'll have a little 2:00 snack. And then after dinner, I'll have a little bit of a sweet of choice. So
my favorite snacks, I like popcorn or chips because they're low in calorie.
Oh, that's a good favorite snack.
Have different flavors, but my favorite flavor is the spicy queso.
Ooh, is that in the popcorn or in the chip?
In the popcorn or chips.
Wow.
They're just called like popcorners.
Popcorners.
Oh, okay.
It's like flattened chips, right? They're like popcorn flattened or something.
Yeah, they're like triangle chips, but they're made out of popcorn.
And there's also rice cake with peanut butter. That's another thing, because the rice cake is low in calorie too. If you put a little bit of peanut butter on top, it gives a little bit of protein for your day.
Yes, that's actually a very good snack to have. I absolutely love that. And you want to know what you can also do on top of your peanut butter with your wafer cake? You can add your favorite sliced fruits if you want, but you can also add sometimes when the rice cakes of the apple cinnamon come out in the fall, I like to drizzle a little bit of caramel over the peanut butter. So I have the protein and a little bit of caramel there. But those rice cakes are a phenomenal snack, and they're really good to pair with either a fruit and the rice cake with your peanut butter, or even just alone as rice cake or rice cake with peanut butter. I do love them. Those are really good.
I normally buy them at Aldi's or Kroger because they both have really good ones.
Yeah,
that's great, and they're making them sound very gourmet. Emily has shared, so I will share her comment going back to the question of electrolytes. So she's going to share. She shared what she feels the value of electrolytes are, and then a brand that she liked, and it is called Solstick, not solstice, so no E at the end of that. But apparently I've never heard of that brand, but I don't know if either of you have anything to add on to that, either the brand or conversation about electrolytes and their value.
Right. And so what electrolytes are is it's your energy to move. It's your energy to do. It's your hydration. And, electrolytes are what keeps the body just thriving. And sometimes when we get extremely dehydrated or extremely where we're not actually drinking a lot of water, our body does get dehydrated, and adding electrolytes to your water increases your hydration quicker, but it also increases your hydration just throughout the entire day. And if you use it weekly, it builds up your hydration levels, which keeps you, I don't want to say moving faster, but it keeps your energy up, and it keeps that sluggish feeling away. So keeping your electrolytes balanced is actually very, very good to do.
Even Gatorade has electrolytes in it. Like
yes, Gatorade too.
Drink a little bit of Gatorade to put it back.
Yes. Yep, Gatorade is also great too. If you, what was the brand she had? Solstick.
Solstick Revive.
Yeah, I had a brand where I forget the name, but it's a blue and white stick, and you add it to your water. But Soul Stick, I'm sure, comes the same way. And the same with Gatorade. If you can replenish your electrolytes through Gatorade, Soul Stick, or any type of powdered add-in, that is such a great way to kind of pick up your, I kind of want to just say, healing through your dehydration and healing through your sluggish, after events. And that is a really good way to get that back, get your electrolytes back. So,
Okay.
this slide is actually one of my favorite slides. It was a big aha moment for some moms I coach, and it was a big aha moment for a lot of women who are maybe in their 20s to 40s. And when I finally put this in a picture, they realized, wow, I don't have to stress like I am stressing at the holidays around food. And what this is I like to call this my mindset work. And when we talk about mindset work, we really are hard on ourselves. We really sometimes have a very hard time allowing ourselves to have a treat, or we have a really hard time allowing ourselves to indulge in our holiday, traditions and our holiday sweets. And what I like to really remind everyone is that throughout the entire year, there's 12 months. And only 2 of these months, the months I have circled, is the months where we're really hardcore eating 2 huge holidays back to back. And if you do celebrate Halloween, we have the Halloween candy. Then we go right into Thanksgiving with Thanksgiving leftovers. And then we go right into the Christmas or any other holiday you celebrate around December. We have all of those parties kind of spaced out all the way until January 1st, even with New Year's Eve. And these 2 months can feel really, really stressful with how unhealthy we are eating. But if we were to take November and place it all the way in between April and March, and if we were to place December in between September and October, those are really only 2 months that, are not consuming your whole year, where you have 10 other months to focus on your habits, your healthy eating, your balance. And, what I really like to remind everybody this coming holiday season is don't, try not to get yourselves worked up and, upset with yourselves if you want to have a second slice of cake at your holiday, or if you want to have a third or fourth cookie at your holiday, because in the grand scheme of things, it's only 2 months. And yes, they're smushed together, but we have those 10 other months to work on us and to work on healthy options. And it's just really important to not let food be the stress of our holiday season, and to allow ourselves to enjoy a meal around the table with your family, or however your family celebrates your holiday. That food is not going to be part of the stress. And, when I taught families this, they were like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm wasting my 3 days stressing about how much I'm going to eat. But really, it's just 2 months. And, it was just a good visual. And, I hope others find value with that as well.
It's such a good point that I think, especially in January, that when we enter into January, we don't think about it as this month where we have to get back on track or get really down on ourselves that, we ate too much over the holidays. And then I think sometimes that can keep us from making healthy choices in January, or we try to make too many healthy choices too fast and we'll overdo it. And we can't sustain that. Say, well, I won't have any dessert at all in January. And then of course, what happens, you tend to overeat the candies on a Saturday night or something like that. And it'll just kind of be this cycle. So I really like that idea that the majority of our holiday season in America is November, December, where people like to gather around tables and indulge sometimes, and that's good to do and that's okay to do. And it's really only 2 months of 12 months of the year. So we have a lot more time of the year to make healthy choices.
Yeah.
And in there, Julie.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Julie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even at the holidays, be careful on your beverage intake. Like if you're having like a margarita, make sure you have like a water after, because you want to flush out all the bad toxins from the margaritas.
Yeah, and
Be
go ahead.
careful with that.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Julie. And that goes back to that tip with the balanced eating and balanced drinking as well, drinking sodas, or if you do have a martini, or if you do have, a drink of choice. It all comes back to this mindset with the balanced tip. Just learning how to pace it out in your night, but pace it out in your weeks. But now, what the bigger picture, some of us, are forgetting is we now also have to pace that out throughout the year so that we don't overdo it in January and so that we don't overstress in December. And that balancing piece throughout the year will really help us and our mindset come these holiday seasons. So is that a comment here or?
Oh no, I just shared Julie's tip.
That's right.
As you were sharing.
I'm still learning the platform. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this next slide is something that I did build myself for my own style of a program, and it's how to build a snack. And when I talk with a lot of people about building a snack, the number one question is, well, Catherine, how do we build one? What goes in a snack? How do we do this? And, a lot of people provided me feedback with, oh, I just eat a cheese stick, or, oh, I just eat some crackers. But with that mindset and mindful eating, it is really important to get a little bit of each area in your snack in small amounts. And with these steps right here, step number 1, it's always important to add a protein. And some options there for the protein choice is sliced meats, hard-boiled egg, canned tuna or chicken, maybe some yogurt. I personally like the sliced meats. I don't know about you, Julie, but do you have a favorite protein?
I do like the meat also.
Peanut butter.
But I do mostly like peanut butter.
Oh, you like peanut butter. Yeah, that peanut butter goes perfectly with our next step, which building on top of that snack, whether you're building on top of the protein and adding a fruit, vegetable, or a fat, or you're just creating a separate section within the same snack, it's always important to get a fruit and a vegetable and to pair it. And Julie, look, number 1 right there, it says apples and peanut butter. Do you like to have that snack?
That sounds good. I do like that stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever had apple nachos?
I think.
No,
I don't think we have
is
yet.
Julie's favorite.
I do like nachos, but I don't think I've ever tried apple nachos.
Right. Have you heard of apple nachos?
No. How do you
Oh
make
my goodness.
those?
It is the best ever. I would love if you tried it tomorrow and let me know. But what you do is you get your favorite brand of peanut butter. You do 2 tablespoons into a little cup, place that in the microwave. Then you go and you cut your apple or slice your apples, whatever size you want. And then you lay them flat on a plate like chips. Then you pour the melted peanut butter over it. And then you add your favorite toppings. I personally love to add walnuts or walnuts and chocolate chips. But I have some friends that topped it with chia seeds. They've topped it with little white chocolate, little mini kisses. And Julie, it is a phenomenal snack. I absolutely love it. And then when you go to eat it, it's like a melted candy, but it's peanut butter and apples.
That
So
sounds
you
so good.
microwave-
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Microwaving the peanut butter.
What was that?
So when you microwave the peanut butter, what do you do it? How long do you do it for?
I typically do it for, it depends on the power that you have set on. I think my microwave at home is typically set to high, and we do I monitor 20 seconds first, then I look at it, give it a little stir. If there's still a little bit more clumps in it, I put it back in for another 20 or maybe just another 10. And because if you do the peanut butter in the microwave for too long, it will burn, and then it turns into like a char. So you want it, I like to call it liquid gold. So you want it just at a nice liquid gold consistency.
Sounds good. We're going to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the final step with how to build a snack is, don't be afraid of the word carb. Sometimes the word carb is very scary, and there are some individuals who are actually not able to eat carbs, depending on if you are struggling with diabetes or if you are struggling with any other different illness where carbs can spike your blood sugars. But if you are able to eat carbs, pairing crackers with your protein choice of sliced meat is perfect. Pairing chips with some hummus with a side of a hard-boiled egg is a great way to do that. If you choose your protein of yogurt and then you choose your fruit of any slice you want, your carb can then be granola, and there you have a fruit cup. And the main purpose behind building a snack is don't be afraid to add more healthy, and don't be afraid to add more of different areas into that, whether it's a yogurt parfait or a little mini charcuterie board, or, Julie, your rice cake, which is the carb mixed with your peanut butter, is a perfect option. And
Granola bars are so healthy.
What was that?
Granola bars are also healthy.
Yeah, granola bars, they're also healthy. Having a granola bar and pairing it with a fruit is really good. Even a fruit and a cheese stick that's where you got your protein, your fruit, and your carb, and it's perfect. And the biggest thing is to definitely have fun building your snacks. They can be fun. They can be little Lunchables to go. So,
Catherine, we have a few folks that have shared snacks on here, so I'll put those on the screen. But can you share a little bit about the key for these three pieces? So we've got a couple of people that have shared some things like peanut butter with apples, so that's just a fruit and a protein. Is that okay, or is there an added benefit to including a carb or something more substantial like that for a snack? I know Julie mentioned granola bars, which are really great, but you had referenced adding something to that. So does that mean that maybe sometimes our snacks are not enough food, or they don't give us enough nutrients?
Yeah, so it's a hard balance, and it is also a hard balance to figure out. It really comes down to learning your body. And when I was struggling with obesity, I was almost 300 pounds. I was eating everything brown. I was eating hardly any fruit. I was very low on protein. I was not necessarily carb heavy, and I was, not everything I ate was carbs. But developing this, how to build a snack plan, there's no actual rule or formula that you have to stick by. But essentially, it's a good guide to either pair two options or all three, because there is parts of this where, yes, we actually are under eating at that snack time because we are so afraid to not be hungry for dinner, when really we can just have a smaller portion size for dinner, but still eat it. And so we're taking away so much from our snack because we're going to go and bulk up and build up on dinner, but that can actually crash your sugars. But if you pair 2 or 3 of those items in a snack, you're balanced and ready to go for dinner, which will allow you to have maybe a little bit smaller portion size. And of course, if you're still hungry, you can offer yourself seconds. But starting off a little smaller helps you stay balanced, especially at that snack piece. But if you know that you're not under eating, and you do know that, oh, right now I just need a granola bar, then you know what? Perfect. I like to say, as long as you're having a snack and as long as you're not letting yourself completely crash, it's perfect no matter what. And there's so many ways to pair it. There's so many options. And really, it just comes down to making sure you're eating for you and you're not eating for what someone is telling you how to eat. So I really do like this question, Casey. I'm really glad you brought that up, because there should not be a right way to eat. There should be your way to eat. And your way does look different for somebody else's way. And that's really where I've had to learn to make sure, the words diets don't come into my coaching, because you're building and coaching a lifestyle. But this does mean that you have to adapt and learn and plan for you. And these are just guides to kind of help you learn who you are and to kind of help you learn your balance.
I love that. And I'm going to post, as we hit to the next slide, I'm going to post that on the screen, learning about the not so much the right way to eat healthy, but your way to eat healthy. And we talk about this in Special Olympics all the time, and athletes are really familiar with this concept of adapting and adapting while we're playing soccer or at the track or on the pool deck, because every athlete's different with or without a disability. Every person is different, and we all have different needs. We train differently. We have different bodies and motivations and all those things. And so I think that's a really great concept to put into nutrition, to think about what our preferences are. The things that Julie likes to eat might be a little different than the things that I really love to eat. So I'll be tempted by cranberry sauce and maybe overindulge that more than Julie, but I can balance out in other ways. And so I just really love that you brought that up. I think that's a really cool tip.
Yeah. It's all about doing you.
Yeah.
And here's some examples of kind of what I mean with kind of using that method. And each one is different, but each one is also not the right way. This is my way. And on my website, if you do have the ability to log on to bariatricqueen.com, you will see a lot of my wording is, I chose this for my shopping list, but you can choose or swap out what you would like. And I do like to call these my to-go charcuterie boards, because they are little mini, a lot of people call them mini Lunchables, but I want to graduate from a Lunchable. And so I call them mini charcuterie boards.
There's another word for it called bento box. A tiny bit of things in different areas in a box.
Yeah, I love that bento box. And they do make really nice bento boxes too that you can stuff and put yours. Julie, what would be your favorite to add in all of these? I do have 3 sections, but what would you put in yours?
Just a tiny bit of, a little bit of meat and some cheese. A little bit of fruit.
What kind of fruit?
Like blackberries or strawberries.
Ooh. Blackberries. I haven't had them in a while.
Blueberries are always good. There's also a little bit like crackers.
Yeah.
And that's what I would put in.
That's great. That's a great option. And what I love, Julie, is that it's your way and that it's built for you. And sometimes when I host my meal prep lives online, I do provide a shopping list for everybody, like item by item. But right after it, I always make sure to add, please choose your fruit or please choose your type of protein, because at the end of the day, you're the one eating it, and not me, and not the picture on, not the people on Instagram, and not the person taking the photo for a magazine. And we always forget that we, at the end of the day, are the ones that have to eat this picture perfect image. And that's where creating your snack for you is the most important piece, because you want to make sure you get what you love.
Julie, I put your snack box there.
Yeah, I like when you prepare it all like that in the portions, and then you just decide this is how much I'm going to have, and you have that portions, as opposed to just having it available to keep going back to eat more. Because I think sometimes when we start eating and we really like it, we don't give ourselves time to register that we're satisfied.
Right. And that's actually what started for me to develop meal prepping. And the biggest movement of my business is offering meal preps like this, where you do see in each photo, it's the meal repeated. And it is because, throughout the week, I make that same snack for my Monday through Friday, and I prep it on my Sunday, and it is ready to go, ready for me to grab early in the morning. But just like you said, I'm not sitting there and eating all of the meats and cheeses and filling up on, yes, it's protein, but it's also extreme added fats. But right here, it's portion sized out, it's modified. The crackers are portion sized. I do, at my bottom photo, have my favorite chocolate covered almonds from Aldi. Aldi is my soft spot. Love it there. And then I do have my berry mix. And these photos all right here is my how to build a snack method in a picture. However, there are definitely weeks that I do not have all three compartments, where I just have maybe a rice cake with peanut butter, or I have just an apple and peanut butter. And that's okay too. It really also comes down to planning out your week, and I'm going to have a busy week this week. I need more food because I have to stay energized. Or, I'm not going to have that busy of a week this week. Let me just do an apple, peanut butter, or, yogurt and mixing it with melted peanut butter. That's also my favorite. That tastes like a McDonald's parfait sundae. Those are so good. But yeah, just being flexible and allowing yourself to be flexible, but hitting at least two of those key areas is really beneficial.
That's great. We've had a few people sharing different things, and I'm so glad that you asked that question and brought that up of meal prepping, because that seems like such a key for this. So
yeah. Julie, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you bring peanut butter to work, you can make a little box of different things to dip it in. Like, you could do like bananas, you could do like strawberries, you could do pretzels or apples. Like, you can make a little bento box style of that to dip in your peanut butter.
Yeah, and that's perfect too. And getting all those different options also makes it fun to build. And then you get excited to actually eat it. And you're like, oh my goodness, I get to eat this snack today. And then you forget that it's healthy because you're so excited that you get to eat this amazing snack you built. And that's perfect, Julie. I love those options.
Or you could dip bacon in peanut butter.
Yeah, you can dip bacon in peanut butter. We'll ignore the fat part of bacon and we'll put it for protein.
I've never done that, but I have a couple of friends who love bacon with peanut butter.
I'm going to have to try that. I have never tried that before.
Julie and Catherine, so if your friends that really love bacon and peanut butter, if they were to do snack prep boxes with bacon and peanut butter, what would you guys suggest for them to add to that, to add color and to add other nutrients, since they already have a bit of protein and fat already? What would your guys' suggestions be?
Add some fruit to go with it.
Add some fruit?
Yeah. Add color to it.
Yeah, adding color. One thing that is the best is if your plate looks like a rainbow, you did it. You did a good job. If my friend loved bacon and peanut butter, I would definitely say for their snack, they were done with the fat and the protein, because it's both double. And I think Julie's right. Adding that fruit is probably what I would have them add after that.
Like apples, strawberries.
Yeah.
Or bananas, that kind of colorful stuff.
Yeah, mangoes. Even if you want to pair some of the dried mangoes, I do know some of them are processed and more candied, but if any of you know how to actually dry your own fruit, even pairing those with the bacon and the fat would be more fun, because maybe some people really like snacks where it's like the fruit roll up style, or the chips, and to pair that with the bacon. But there's healthy ways to make different style chips, kind of like baking thin little apple slices or thin mango slices. So definitely lots of combinations.
Oh yeah, there's also kale chips that are good.
Yeah, kale chips and seaweed chips. Have you seen those?
I've had those before.
Those are good. I get those at Costco. Those are very good.
Costco is where I get the popcorners.
Oh, okay. So I'll have to look for that the next time I go. You said they're the triangles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Julie, since I do know that they make plain popcorners, do you ever buy the individual peanut butter cups and take your popcorners and dip them in?
I've never done that yet.
Well, popcorners might be hard to dip because they're not very sturdy.
Oh, are they breakable?
Easily, real easy.
Yeah. But that's a cool option if you want your rice cake and your peanut butter, but to go and you don't have a knife. But you're right, it might be breakable because the rice cakes are thick. So
those are really great options. And yeah, we just so value and appreciate all that all three of you have shared in just this conversation. Definitely have some folks in the chat that are really have enjoyed this and learned a lot. And I think, Catherine, I can put it back on the screen there, but I know you've shared that you have on your website, you share a lot of free resources and meal preps if anyone's interested in going to that and just kind of learning.
Yeah.
And then also I saw an Amazon shopping list on there. So I think you had mentioned if people are curious about what these snack boxes are, where they can get them or anything like that.
Yeah.
Can you share that for a moment?
Yeah, if you want to pull back my bento box slides, I like the bento box name. So this right here, actually, if you can go one slide back really quick for the how to build a snack.
Yes.
Because my how to build a snack method does have 3 areas. These containers that are the 3 compartment. So if you want to go back to the other picture, of the 3 compartment, it really allows me to make sure each area is my protein for one box, my fruit or vegetable or fat or a mix of both for another spot, and then my carb, however style I want to choose my carb for the other spot. And these boxes are from Amazon and they are on my Amazon shopping list, which means that you can go to my Amazon store. And I do have that there. So everybody is going to be getting the PDF sent out to them. And in the PDF, you will be able to click on my Amazon store there. And it will bring you right to my store to go get those bento boxes or to go get other styles of snack boxes that you'd like. But the 3 compartment is the best. And we will be emailing out the how to build a snack slide as well. And you can kind of have that there as a reference while you're trying to pack these boxes. But again, don't feel overwhelmed if you don't want to, fill all 3 spots. Start with 2 and grow from there if you need to. And then my website, yes, bariatricqueen.com is completely free, which means every Sunday on Instagram, I post my final meal prep photo of the week. But then on my website, you can go and print out the shopping list for that photo and all the recipes that I've made with that shopping list of the week. And it is free for anybody who visits bariatricqueen.com. You do not have to sign up for an email list to, get on. The email list is really just if you want the shopping list by Fridays, so that you're ready and prepared to go shopping. But if not, everybody has access to it. As long as you have access to internet, everybody has free access to bariatricqueen.com. And,
I have a
it's just
question
a
for
great
you.
resource. Yes.
What's your name on Pinterest? Because I have
My name-
I have a Pinterest page, and I like to have more followers.
Yeah, my name on Pinterest is also Bariatric Queen. I didn't add that, but I'm starting to post on Pinterest now. So my
Yeah,
name.
I'm on there too. I like to see what's out there in the Pinterest world too.
Oh, good. Well, I'll have to look you up too and follow some of your boards.
Okay.
Are there recipes?
I do have some recipes. I have a nacho recipe on there.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try that.
And you can add Catherine's apple, right? Was it apple nachos?
Yeah.
Was that what it
Yeah,
was?
apple nachos.
Apple nachos. You can try. You can just have a nacho party.
Right.
Yeah, and I put your website there. So a couple things for everybody and then actually I'll let Catherine if you have anything to share, and then Julie, I would love to hear if you have anything to close us out. So one thing that is really cool that Catherine didn't share about what she does with meal prep that she's really big on and I'm really big on, and I think it's really awesome, is affordable meal prepping. And so that is something that I think is super, super cool, because sometimes we think eating healthy is really expensive. And if you follow her videos or, whatever, she actually can break down and say this meal or this snack prep for the week is only, $2 a meal or something. So it does not have to be expensive to eat healthy. It's really more about planning and preparation. And that's what I've learned from Catherine, and that's what she wants to share. So I want to share that out with families and athletes too, that it does not have to be expensive. And so if you're intrigued about what that looks like, just check out any of our free resources, and maybe that can jumpstart you kind of into a new world of meal and prep. Snack prep. And then if you're really intrigued, I do want to just tease it out for everyone that Catherine is, hopefully she's not going anywhere. And we're looking ahead to next year at some point to open up a few kind of virtual meal prep cooking series with her. So she has some really neat resources. She's a teacher in the area, so she knows a lot about adaptive and how we can think of alternate ways of doing things, and has some really cool tools out there like safety knives, so you can learn how to cut, but also cut vegetables, but safely, so you don't hurt yourself. And so those are some things that we might explore with her, and be able to provide some actual virtual cooking classes, probably on Zoom, so that everyone could be on video, but you could set your camera up on your kitchen counter, buy your ingredients, and she could lead you through something fun like that. So just want to tease that out for everyone. Just stay tuned. We'll share a lot more about that. Probably won't be until 2023 that we would share any kind of schedule or information, but more details to come. And Catherine, do you have anything else that you want to share? And then Betsy and Julie will let you share too if you have anything final.
I will share, I do forget a lot that the biggest piece of my page is learning how to budget. I have so much fun planning and building the meal preps that I forget that one meal is only costing me $3.50. So yeah, please check out some of my videos, check out some of my pages. Don't read the comments. There's some not nice things, and people don't believe me that with division and you really can get your meal down. Yeah, the biggest eye-opening piece with my business is sometimes my lunch is $25 if I want to order out, and sometimes my lunch is $10. And if you're really struggling with money and finances, mapping and planning out your meals each week and organizing yourself, then doing the math of what your total price costs, and then breaking it down and dividing it by how many meals you made and how many meals you're going to eat each day, you find out that some of your meals cost as low as $2 or, as high as $5. And it's pretty eye-opening when you go out to eat and you're like, this meal is $29 and I just ate for $5 at home. So it's a really good, nice eye-opening, great money saving visual.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for sharing about that.
Yeah.
Betsy and Julie, we so value all that you all have contributed and shared, because it's great for everyone to learn about what you're currently doing and the things that you like and enjoy. So we just really appreciate your time and you sharing your experiences and expertise as well. So do you have anything you all would like to share before we wrap up?
I do.
Yes.
I would say for people to get more veggies to eat more veggies, they should try these veggie sausages, chickenless chickens, or veggie burgers, because that's where most of all the veggies are in. And you get
eat all those things.
I
Yes.
eat all that stuff, and I love that stuff.
Yes, and I bet you add things to it so it tastes so flavorful. I think people think that veggie burgers don't taste very good, but
be careful when you warm a veggie burger. You have to open a window or a door, because they will smell up your kitchen or wherever you are.
Yeah, that happens.
Impossible Burgers apparently are it. Do you eat Impossible Burgers?
I think we maybe had those one time.
I think we tried them once. Those are really good too.
Yeah, they are. I haven't had one, but they do have they are like a veggie burger.
I might I'm not
best
a big
friend
fan
Meredith
of most
put a
of the
comment.
veggie burgers that she likes, but I might the Impossible Burger, yeah, I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's my best friend Meredith Monahan.
Oh, is she on?
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Meredith. I wanted to share that shout out. That's awesome. You are awesome, and we so appreciate all three of you joining and sharing all that you know. We are just over an hour, and so we'll let you go get back to your evenings. But thank you all. Thanks for everyone that joined the stream, and we will talk with you soon. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hold up your site, Catherine, so we'll.
I will.
Oh yes, here I'll put it up now to close out. How about that?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you guys can click on that. Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the site. Thanks, guys.
Holidays.